The most valuable asset in the 1% isn't gold or real estate. It is information control. In a world addicted to broadcasting every win, the true architect recognizes that attention is often a negative yield asset. Broadcasting your wealth creates systemic friction. It invites litigation, attracts low-value nodes, and triggers the tax of social expectation. In the machine-like grind, we practice the art of strategic silence. We build our empires in the shadows, ensuring that our progress is felt in our, not seen on our feed. To reach the 1%, you must learn to operate in a sovereign zone of privacy. The first principle is the friction of visibility. When you announce a large entry or a major win, you are effectively putting a target on your machine. You trigger the tall poppy syndrome in your social circle and the regulatory interests of the system. Every time you show off, you create a new liability. The 1% understand that quiet luxury is not about fashion, it is about risk management. By staying silent, you move with maximum agility because no one knows your fuel levels or your coordinates. You are a ghost in the machine, and a ghost is impossible to stop. The second principle is the integrity of the mission. When you talk about your goals before you achieve them, your brain receives a cheap dopamine hit, as if the work is already done. This is social validation, stealing your execution fuel. The architect knows that speech is an output, and every bit of energy spent speaking is energy not spent building. By maintaining strategic silence, you force that energy inward. You create a pressure cooker effect where the only release for your ambition is tangible result. You don't tell people what you're going to do. You let the completed asset speak for itself. The third principle is the sovereign filter. Silence acts as a filter for relationships. When people don't know the extent of your wealth, they cannot interact with you based on your. You discover who the true nodes are in your life, those who value your character over your capital. This ensures that your power network is built on a foundation of resilience, not parasitism. 1% use their anonymity as a shield to protect their inner circle from the noise of the marketplace. They own the world, but the world doesn't own their data. The psychology of the 1% in this domain is one of detached power. They don't need the 99% because they have the validation of the balance sheet. They find a clinical satisfaction in being the wealthiest person in the room while everyone assumes they are average. This is the ultimate power play, having the resources to change the world without the ego need to be recognized for it. They are shadow operators. They understand that in the game of wealth, the one who is seen is the one who is unbeatable. To execute the silence protocol, you must perform a digital audit. Remove the flash from your public profile. Stop discussing your financial targets with anyone who isn't a stakeholder or a peer node. When asked about your progress, give clinical general answers. Shift your focus from external validation to internal velocity. You are building a fortress of privacy that will house your empire of wealth. You don't need an audience to build a machine. You need a blueprint and a closed mouth. Build in silence and let your success be the only noise. Audit the talk. Secure the data. Move in the shadows. The machine is now invisible and invincible. If you are ready to master the quiet path to the 1%, subscribe. The Wealth Architecture series is your guide to strategic sovereignty. We will see you in the next deep dive.